Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well.
Everybody knows the international fame that Gordon Lightfoot reached in his music career.
Gordon Lightfoot was a star who had the #1 single and #1 album in the world.
But not many people know that he got his start on television.
The Two-Timers.
And one of Canada's very first televised talent competitions.
Welcome to Talent Caravan. Crossing the country to display Canada's bright new performers, the stars of tomorrow. And now, here's your host on Talent Caravan, George Murray.
And now I'd like you to meet our first contestants. Two young fellas that call themselves the Two-Timers. They're Gordon Lightfoot and Terry Whalen. And here they are to sing Mary Ann.
All day, Mary Ann, down by the seaside, sipping sand. Even little children love Mary Ann, down by the seaside, sipping sand.
Gordon Lightfoot had a high school buddy called Terry Whalen, and they were initially called the Two-Timers. Suits, slick back hair, very smooth, very showbizy. They were a pretty polished act.
When we're married, we will have a time you never saw. I will be so happy, I will kiss me mother-in-law.
Shows like Talent Caravan were really important for performers because you had a ladder that you could climb to reach showbiz success. There was a sense of excitement on these shows. The idea of having made it on television. It's impossible for people today to understand how big a deal television was in the 50s. It was such a phenomenon. You were part of this revolution. And then when television arrived, the business that is show business kind of arrived in Canada at the same time.
And now, here's our singing MC. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the star of our show, Country Hoedown.
And that's why variety shows were the beginning of the music boom that would sweep Canada and through Canada the world with people like Paul Anka.
You are my destiny.
He was on Pick the Stars. You know, a lot of these people got their start on these shows. You know, they seized these chances. People like Joni Mitchell, Leonard Cohen, and Gordon Lightfoot.
Come on, right in. It's country hoedown time. We're back again. It's country hoedown time.
Gordon Lightfoot was working in a bank, but because he was an aspiring musician, he was doing everything he could to make connections in the business and further his career. You know, he was only at the bank, I think, about 6 months before he got a job on Country Hoedown as a square dance singer.
Now, actually, the only reason I was on Country Hoedown was because I was a Cracker Jack sight reader, and I sang in the vocal chorus on that show. As a matter of fact, I was probably the best singer and harmonizer in it. But every night they used to make us get out there and clog for a minute, you see? That was part of the trip. You get out there and you clog for a minute. So here I am, all of a sudden I'm a famous country dancer.
He kept telling everyone he was going to be famous someday. So he starts off as a dancer on Country Hoedown, and then a couple of years, lo and behold, he's got his guitar and he's singing and he's competing on Talent Caravan.
Jezebel, when the pepper the devil was born, without a pair of horns, it was you. Jezebel, it was you.
Talent Caravan was kind of like an American Idol. Only the people voted with postcards. And all across Canada, people would vote with a postcard for that particular week. And they would announce the winner who won, and you'd go on to the next week.
It was only a dream, just a prisoner's dream. As I lay
I think I'd have voted for those guys. And the Mercy Brothers were myself and my brother Ray. What Talent Caravan meant to us, or would mean to probably anybody, was that we had a chance to be in the music industry. And the more you're on television at any time, it just helps your career.
Well, here is the winner of last week's show. From your votes all across the country, as tabulated by National Trust, you have chosen the Two-Timers. Well, you did it. How do you feel?
Very happy, very happy.
I'd like
to thank everyone that voted for us.
For Gordon Lightfoot, it was a crucial step along the way. Shows like Talent Caravan and other CBC shows from the early 60s, like While We're Young and Nightcap, these were shows that Gordon Lightfoot got to appear on. All of these things were experiences that helped hone his talent, but also his presence to really become the star that he would become.
Just like a paperback novel, the kind in a drugstore would sell. When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero would be me. The heroes often fail, and you won't read that book again because the ending's just too hard to take.
It can't be overstated that those CBC shows shaped him into the performer that became the star. And a star on an international scale, a star who had the #1 single and #1 album in the world.
I never knew I could feel this way, and I've got to say that